and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. And for more, click over to theshow.com.
Jim Callis of MLB Pipeline podcast today. Jim, do you think this two-way experiment can work?
Well, it's difficult. You know, it's interesting to take a look at, but there's a reason this doesn't get tried very often, is that it's very hard to be a big league hitter. It's very hard to be a big league pitcher. And when you're trying to do both at the same time, it really increases that degree of difficulty. I always think of a guy like Dave Winfield, who was probably the best two-way player. You know, he's drafted in football and basketball, too. Unbelievable athlete coming out of Minnesota. And the Padres took him right almost at the top of the draft. He'd struck out 15 in his last College World Series game, and they didn't even mess around with it. They just put him in the big league. They put him in the big leagues, but immediately as a hitter. So it'll be interesting. It can work, but it's that much harder than trying to just make it as a one-way player.
A player to his AA squad gets a tip from one of his coaches.
Not a fucking vibes.
A manager confronts his club about an unacceptable team statistic.
Welcome to MLB The Show and this presentation of minor league baseball. Tonight, the first of this three-game weekend series between the Hartford Yard Goats and the Portland Sea Dogs. We've got baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Steven Gonsalves, the southpaw out of the Golden State, gets the call here. What's your take on him, Dan?
Well, this guy's kind of unique. How about a 5-pitch repertoire?
Next will be the designated hitter, number 25. It was a 3-hit effort from him last night, so he was a big part of that victory. First pitch of the AB now. He sends it out to left field.
Damn.
Well hit.
Damn. Damn.
And that ball will stay fair, and it's gone. A home run. So a 2-run homer down the line in left. Fourth home run here in the early going, as it's now a 3-2 ball game.
Wow, talk about a guy getting hot.
Ready to take his hacks again, number 25. Blasted a 2-run homer in his last at-bat. Line hard, deep in the left. Newberry is going to get there as he backs up to put it away, and there are 2 gone now. Striding forward now is the DH, number 25. Comes in 1 for 2 with that home run he hit earlier. Now the first pitch. Well out in front of the breaking ball there for a strike.
What I love right there is just the freedom in that hack. He ain't trying to do anything but hit the baseball as far as he can.
He didn't hit me?
Maybe trying to back him up a bit there with the fastball.
What the fuck? Gary. Yo, cuz. Yo, Jaden Ivey. Oh my god. Please. He made it. He made it. He made it. He made it. Yo, he made it. He made it. Fuck. Fuck. He made it. He made it. He made it. What? He won the game for Purdue? No. He made it. Yo, Jaden Ivey made the 3. Oh my fucking goodness. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Yo, he took a step back from the... He made it. Yo, he's like that on dogs. On that dog, Jaden Ivey's like that.
Big swing, but he just gets a piece of it. Strike 1.
Say something. Okay. Yo, on dogs, Jaden Ivey's like that, Gary. Yo, these slow ass pitches this man is throwing, bro. Like, come on. Yo, he made that. Yo, Gary, he made that.
Right fielder is on the run.
They just beat Purdue. They just beat Purdue.
scoreless half of the inning all told. 5 innings complete.
St. Peter's won.
Sea Dogs lead it 9-7.
With no
How? I
no
thought you
time.
said that thing made a 3.
No, he made it 3 when they're down by 4.
Stand in here, but before he does, let's take it back.
St. Peter's won. What the fuck?
Right out of the gate that really got these guys off to a fast start.
No one brack. No one. What the fuck?
Here's the 0-1 pitch. Grounded down the third baseline. He lays out
What?
out of his reach, so that's a tough strike too. Here's a look over to first, and he'll be back.
Nah, they were the scores. The score was 60. The score was 65-61. Step back 3, 64-65. They had to foul, and he made both free throws. Then they're down 67-64. And then he missed a 3.
Yeah, that's tough.
No, St. Peter's is like that. Where's Jaden Ivey? Is he not trying?
Right now, and I'd expect something else than this off the plate.
Out in front there as this one's pulled off to the left side.
I can't believe Purdue lost. That means St. Peter's is legit. They just beat Purdue.
And that's high for a ball. It's 2-2.
They're legit.
This is a fun guy to watch when he's up there really battles. Doesn't take any pitches off. He's a grinder. Always seems to make it difficult on the opposing pitcher.
And it's fouled away.
Not only Jersey City, but the entire state of New Jersey is aligned with St. Peter.
2-2 one more time.
Yo, it can't be. Yo, they're the first 15 seed to ever go to the Elite 8. This is fucking crazy.
Number 25 and looking to improve on a 1-for-5 effort so far. From the belt, the pitch. Right-hander against right-hander as this is a ball 1-0. The Sea Dogs find themselves losing in the late innings. What are your thoughts on this one, guys?
Yeah, Matty V, this is one of those that you kind of scratch your head and you go, wow, you hit the ball all the ballpark, but still not enough offense. It just goes to show you this sport is still, D-Row, all about pitching.
It is. It begins and ends on that bump right there. And there's just so many facets to the game. Defense, base running. It's just not the team that hits the most home runs that's going to win the ball.
In the dirt, and he can't quite dig it out.
That's fucking crazy, dude.
That is pretty crazy, Josh.
That's the first 15 seed ever. What if they win the whole thing?
Blaze Jordan, 3 for 4 so far, seeing it well in this ball game. Runner goes for second. Oh, and they've got him picked off. And a mistake here as he's tagged out in no man's land. 14-9 is the final score here. The Hartford Yard Goats came through late, taking the lead in the 8th to secure the victory. Your stars are on display as minor league baseball comes your way on the show. Tonight, game 2 of this 3-game weekend series between the Hartford Yard Goats.
Bro, high five the camera.
And it's coming up next. And now, Gary Newberry will get us started.
Today's National Peacock Day, Gary. That's why they won. It's National Peacock Day, and they're the mascots of peacocks. That's why they won.
They've been fairly punchless of late, losing
I mean,
last time out, and in fact dropping 6 of their last 7.
Yeah, Matty, if they're going to clean up their recent trend right now, they're going to have to find a way for it to start on the mound. They can't go out like last game and allow a bunch of runs and not play sound defense behind them. Both those things are going to have to change if this team's going to get it going in the right direction.
So he racks up the swinging strikeout on the breaking ball. Gary Newberry is retired to lead off the ball game. Aaron Shunk comes on with 1 gone here as he looks at a called strike 1. Didn't quite catch the zone there, ball 1. And he comes back with a fastball, 1-2 now. 1 out, nobody on. And a fastball blew it right by him, and they're 2 down.
The main job of the number 1 and 2 hitters is to set the middle of the order up with an opportunity to do some damage. So when you strike both of them out, you're putting yourself in a pretty good position to make it through the teeth of the lineup without a whole lot of stress.
That evens it up, 1-1. And he fouls this one off. And just a masterful job to inside
the greatest pitcher of
so
all
a
time.
rather
Stop playing with
pedestrian
me,
start
Josh.
to the top half of the first. Set for the start of the inning, and next it'll be the switch-hitting first baseman, Michael Toglia. Great curveball there, really fooled him with that one.
I can't watch it long.
This is back toward the mound. And a base hit, so the leadoff man is aboard.
That's why there's no justice in this game. Pitcher executes a perfect fastball inside, jams him, beats him, steals his wallet, and he's still able to get him out.
And that one yanked just foul. He's ready for his first at-bat of this early season contest. Goodness, 0-2 now. Swung on and missed. Really fooled him that time for the first out.
Wow, his stuff looks electric coming out of the gates in this one, guys. That's 5 batters faced, 4 strikeouts. That's going to be a tough pace to keep up, but it looks like he has what it takes to work deep into this game.
And 1-1 as this one's in on the hands. No score here as we play inning number 2. Fooled with the curveball there, and it's strike 2. And a good take there. Close, but it's 2-2.
We just saw a fastball right there. I would not be shocked if he tries to get this guy to go fishing right here and drops a little off-speed pitch in the dirt.
So he racks up the swinging strikeout on the breaking ball. Jamison Hanna goes down for out number 2 in the top half. Elvis Quintana is in with 2 away as he takes a ball 1-0. Breaking ball called just a bit low.
When hitters are able to lay off curveballs and get themselves into good counts because of it, you're in pretty big trouble as a pitcher. A lot of guys rely on their opponents offering at that pitch, even when it's not in a good location to hit.
3-1 now, and I think he wanted to know where that one was. Curveball fooled him there as he's way out in front.
3-2, 2 out, runner on first. Lots of possible.
Well, leave it right there as he strikes out, and that ends the inning. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 man left aboard. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2, and we are tied 0-0. New inning set to get underway, and stepping up as the shortstop, Ryan Valade. Hard liner, but picked up on a hop. Throw to first in time, and the leadoff man is gone to start the 3rd. Now at the plate, Jack Blomgren. First offering on its way.
The second baseman.
I love everything this pitcher's got working right now. He's got presence. He's got great body language on the mound. He's got fastball command and a nice early feel for his off-speed stuff.
Now a ball lined toward the alley in left center. And that's into the gap. It should be extra bases.
Destroyed that shit.
And he'll pull into second with 1 away.
As a hitter, the only feeling better than hitting a bomb is driving one into the gap like that. He hustled out of the box knowing he was guaranteed a double, but I think he had thoughts of maybe a triple if the hadn't gotten it back.
Yeah, there really wasn't any question about that one going for extra bases off the bat.
Hey, make no mistake about it. This lineup's going to have to get going and get a little bit more aggressive. This guy's pounding this up.
The 0-2 pitch.
Yeah, I'm about to go on mute. I'm about to finish this essay. I'm done to play Rainbow after. Yeah?
It's a ball in 2 strikes. And he lays off the pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. The 2-2 one more time. Line drive snagged on a short hop, and he'll take this one to the bag for the out, but meanwhile the runner will move up 90 feet to third base. So now to the plate, Aaron Shunk. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. Line to the right side. It's flagged down deep in the hole. Throw in time, and the side is retired. All set for the start of the 4th, and that'll bring up Zach Veen. Good curveball there, gets the swing and miss. Throws him on the bender there, and he's in the hole 0-2.
There's another pitch for a strike, and this guy's really attacking hitters well tonight, being aggressive early on, and if he continues to throw strikes like he is, he's going to have a pretty good night.
He throws him on the breaking ball that time. Zach Veen is retired to kick off the inning. Michael Tolia is at the plate here as he quickly finds himself down a strike. It's 0-1.
Hey, usually the second time through the order, you start seeing an incorporation of some more off-speed stuff. But this guy's locating and feeling really good about his fastball. 2 back-to-back.
Another one sent foul. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Another foul ball, and this battle will continue.
Bruh. Fucking strike out, dude.
And he struck him out. Strikeout number 8 now in the ball game for him. Next, it'll be number 22. He's 0 for 1 thus far. In there, strike 1.
He's got a good feel for his off-speed pitches second time through the order, and we just saw 3 in a row.
Fouled off. Looking for the strikeout. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here, and the side is retired. So they breeze through this half of the inning. Leading off the inning, it'll be Jamison Hanna, and they could use a spark from him here. First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. And that one misses upstairs, 2-0.
You can see this guy's more focused at the plate right now. In that first AB, he went down on strikes.
3-0 now.
Not the way you'd like to start this 5th inning, falling behind 3-0 on the count. It's about time he starts throwing some strikes.
3-1. A swing and a miss, and that'll fill the count at 3-2.
Hey, excellent job to get yourself back in this count after throwing 3 consecutive balls. You got a chance to get an out right here.
Matheny patrolling center makes the play, 1 out.
This shit was really 3-0 though.
Next to dig in, Elvis Quintana comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. And that's in there for strike 1. Fouled away.
Strike out.
Hey, that's just a great mix of pitches right there, and that's what this guy's going to do if he's going to keep this team off balance.
Here's a breaking ball, but it doesn't quite find the strike zone.
He didn't look overly fooled right there because a lot of pitchers will go to the breaking stuff 0-2, but he certainly looked ready for a breaker on that pitch.
So he racks up the swinging strikeout on the breaking ball. Elvis Quintana becomes the second out here in inning number 5. Ryan Valade will stand in for the second time as he watches one miss low. It's a ball and no strikes. And it's fouled away.
Hey, offense needs to check itself right here. They need to make this starter a little.
That will have to press pause as that strike 3 to retire the side. So no runs, no hits, no. Ready now is Jack Blumgren. He'll start things out in the 6th for a lineup that really hasn't found its groove in this one.
Yeah, let's see if he can work a walk, maybe a knock, ground ball with eyes, something. Catch a gap to get this offense going. 2 hits as a team can start demoralizing your confidence. But if he can get on, start some traffic in motion, we might have something.
From the stretch, here's the pitch.
Right fielder, Gary Newberry.
There we go. Comes set and the 0-1.
I mean, this offense has struggled because they haven't been able to make the adjustments. He stayed staunch on the outer half, and these guys have not worked the ball the other way.
Throw to first will take care of him. Score it 2-3 on the putout, and there are 2 gone now. Here's the first pitch. Aaron Shunk stands in as he looks at a called strike.
Hey, the guy on the mound is absolutely pounding his zone, and that's why he's been able to stay and pitch deep into this game.
A swing and a ground ball to third. But this will be a foul ball, and it's still 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. And he's got another one. 13 strikeouts now, and the inning is over. Zach Veen will be the batter. He's hoping to avoid the hat trick. He struck out in each of his first 2 plate appearances so far.
This is why the manager pencils these guys in the middle of the order. Big spot, time for them to get back in this game with a couple quality ABs.
So the next to bat will be Michael Tolia. He went down on strikes in his last at-bat. Ball 1 to start the at-bat. Now a little dribbler here off to the right side of the mound. On to first, and it's a quick start to the 7th as now there are 2 away. Next to hit is number 22, and he's likely just trying to put one in play here. 0 for 2 with a pair of strikeouts thus far. 0-1, here's the pitch.
So far, this has been a terrific outing for this guy. Throwing well, keeping his pitches to a minimum.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will do it. Ready to begin the 8th, and standing in is the DH, Jamison Hanna. This one's blooped out toward right center field. Tracy has the best view of this one, so he'll take it for the first out. And stepping in, Elvis Quintana struck out on his last trip to the plate. And here's a called strike at the knees. Don't think he liked that one too much, but it's 0-1. Swinging a ball hit on the ground, and that'll find its way into right field for a 1-out single.
Hey, they say in this game you better have a short memory. Well, that's obviously the case with this batter. He came into that 3rd at bat after getting his ticket punched twice and was able to get a single.
Ryan Valade is at the plate as he takes a cold strike 1. Now a swing and a miss at a slider for a strike.
His slider's been impressive all night long. If he can continue spinning it like that, he's going to be just fine.
On to first, it's a double play as their woes continue the inning. All set to start the 9th in this one, and set to go. Jack Blumgren, first pitch on its way.
Count 1-0.
Here it comes, 1-0. Strike swinging, chased a high one there.
I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's his windup. I don't know if it's just flat stuff. But he's getting a lot of swings outside the zone, and he's having a big game.
So he ran the fastball by him for the punch-out. Jack Blumgren becomes the first out of the inning. Gary Newberry is at the plate as he watches ball 1. He'll try to bunt his way on as he gets this one down. And he'll beat the throw as he's got himself a bunt single. As we take a look at his numbers, a couple of things jump out at you.
Definitely, man. He's been throwing it by guys the entire game, but that leads to some high pitch counts, and that's the case here. After that hit, you have to wonder if he's starting to get a little bit fatigued.
Yeah, and in today's game, everyone seems to want to err on the side of caution in terms of pitch counts. Now to the plate, here is Zach Veen. He's their last shot here with 2 away in the 9th as they look to avoid the shutout.
Yeah, Matt, they just haven't had any answer for the great pitching so far in this one.
And this is swung on and missed, so now they find themselves down to their final strike tonight. Good job of holding up on the low ball there, and it's 1-2.
Great take right there, but the last thing you want to do is be called out on strikes to end the game.
And this gets on him quickly here and deflects off him. In now, Michael Toglia, as he will take strike 1 on the fastball here. No balls and a strike. Behind 0-2 now. Has them down to their final strike. Here it comes. And he'll step on first for the out, and the ball game is over.
Hey, it sure feels good to shut somebody out. This was a 3-0 game that featured a lot of great pitching and timely hitting, which made the difference in this one.
And tonight's ends as a 3-0 shutout win. Portland led this game from the 3rd inning on and never wavered. Number 25 earns the win, his 2nd, with 15 strikeouts. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to the new website, theshow.com.
For the Yard Goats, no runs, 5 hits, 1 error. They left 5 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 44 minutes. Thank you for joining us here this evening. We remind you to please drive home safely.
Minor League Baseball is live and on the air on the show. Today, the finale of this 3-game weekend series between the Hartford Yard Goats and the Portland Sea Dogs. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next.
Your Portland Sea-Dog.
Dylan Covey gets the assignment for the rubber match in this series. What do we need to know here, Danny?
Hey, Matty V, we're going to get a chance to look at a guy with a powerhouse slider. This is his bread and butter pitch. Has the other repertoire, but this pitch makes his fastball better. He'll throw a slider to both sides of the plate. He can throw it up, down, in, and out. Extreme command of the slider, and it's one of the reasons why he's one of the top pitchers in the game right now.
The designated hitter, number 25.
Here's the first pitch. Number 25 is the batter now as he looks at a ball of 1-0. That evens it up 1-1. Well, you don't need us to tell you it's really starting to come down out there. I can't imagine the umpires will let this go too much longer if it doesn't ease up.
Well, you could say that again, Matt. It's raining cats and dogs out there.
And we'll just leave it there as they make the play to end the inning. We've played an inning. No score here on the show. Now to bat, number 25 comes into this at bat 0 for 1 in the ball game. Wheels and deals. Here's the first pitch. Fastball well outside.
Well, that rain is really coming down right now. It's raining cats and dogs. You got to make sure you don't step in a poodle. That's as hard as I've seen it rain all afternoon. Everyone, it's so much harder to concentrate when it rains.
And he fouls this one off.
Lucky he got a piece right there. He was definitely late on that pitch after seeing a previous off-speed pitch.
Popped up. Valade is there for it. He handles it easily, and the inning is over. So here is number 25. 0 for 2 here to start the afternoon. High fly ball out to straightaway center. Newberry able to track it down for
Suck a dick, yo. What the fuck?
Now at the plate here is number 25, and he's in a great spot. Time run at third with a chance for a ball into the outfield to give his guys the lead. Trying to hold the lead. Here's the delivery. High drive.
Oh my God, that's out. It was all the it was the plan. That was the plan. That was the plan the whole game, bro.
One swing and he unloads the bases on that one, and it's now 7-4, 7-5. How today's comes to an end. Came through late, taking
B.
Out of the.
We made an awful song in 10 minutes to this goofy old beat. Oh, now you're like Bob Revere.
It is an honor for me. There's basically nobody better qualified to talk about what it's like as a two-way player than legendary softball star Jenny Finch, who joins me now. Jenny, when you were coming up, what was it like for you? How did you deal with people who doubted your ability to stay as a two-way player?
Well, first, it's an honor to be here. I couldn't be more thrilled to be on this show. It wasn't easy. There were some coaches, actually, that I ended up changing teams because they wouldn't let me be a two-way player. But I wanted to, and I wanted to have the bat in my hands. I wanted to be able to be on defense, and I wanted to pitch. And so I would encourage those young athletes to do what you want to do and go out there and shine. And so it's exciting. It's not easy. It's double the work, but it's been done, and it's going to be done. And it's exciting to see the future and the opportunity for this guy.
For any player who gets drafted, there's a certain level of scrutiny, but of course that's much higher here. How much mental toughness is he going to need to make it through as a two-way player? All
eyes are on him. And, it's not easy being able to try to make it in general in baseball, but let alone a two-way player. But he's done it his whole life. And so he just needs to, focus on him one day at a time and keep grinding away at what he's done to get here.
got baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Trent Palmer will be on the mound for the series opener. Dan Plesac, what do you got?
Hey, you don't see a lot of guys that have 5 pitches, right? Sometimes it's hard to master even 2 or 3. But if you can master 5 like he has, he'll be in pretty good shape.
Stepping up is number 25. He'll take his first hacks here.
Number 25.
He comes set. Here's the 0-0 pitch. Couldn't resist on that one, and he's behind 0-1. Fellas are home 9 as they begin play here this evening. They dropped another one last time out, and in fact, they've won just twice in their last 8 tries.
Yeah, Matty, this is a nice one. First game of a homestand. You played well on the road. You got a chance to grab a shower and sleep in your own bed last night. I bet you this team comes out on the attack today.
Popped him up. Number 30.
That's good swing timing. It's right down the middle. Why do you give me a pop-up, bro? Like, that doesn't make sense.
Stepping in next, number 25. 0 for 1 for him here in this one. And that's through into center field. Base hit. And they are on the board as the run scores from second to narrow the gap to 3-1 now.
Yeah, Dan, he's got to feel pretty good about that. Not only did he have a great AB.
At the plate now is number 25. He's 1 for 2 in the ball game. He's set. Here it comes. Scooped up. And he'll go the short way to retire the side. But a big inning here as they bat around and push 7. Up next, number 25. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. Skied into straightaway right.
Go hard, go hard.
Boy, and call off the dogs already as this is down for extra bases. Now both men are across to score. And he is in at third with a 2-run triple.
And that's the chance you take when you lay out for a ball like that. You make the play and you're a hero on the highlight shows. You miss it and you're picking yourself up and chasing after it.
To the plate now is the designated hitter, Orelvis Martinez. 1 for 1 with a single so far. Swing and a liner. That gets down, and he's got himself a base hit.
Kind of looked like he had gotten his bearings there, Dan.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Will Robertson. He flew out in his last debut.
Yeah, and I'm sure he'd like a base hit of some sort right here, Matty. But hey, you know what? Another fly out wouldn't be all that bad.
Notch 1 in the score column as the runner from third crosses the plate. And he's safe. So next to hit is Adrian Escobedo. He started out the evening 0 for 2 so far. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Right back to the mound. Could be an easy 2. 1 there. On to first, but not in time as he's in there ahead of the throw. Next to hit, number 25. He comes in with a couple of hits, including a triple in 4 at-bats. He's set, and the pitch. Drilled on the ground to short, and that's through into left, a base hit. Tack on another here as the runner scores from second.
Man, I haven't seen an offensive explosion like this since I don't know when. It's been a combination of spotty pitching and inconsistent defense, and now they posted an amazing 14 runs on the board.
Next will be the cleanup hitter, Will Robertson. He delivered an RBI single in his last trip.
Will Robertson.
Oh, double play ball to second. 4. And he'll reach first as they can't make the play on him. So next to bat will be number 7. He homered earlier and is 2 for 3 to this point. 0-2. Here it is. Line toward right center. That's in there. Base hit. Robertson rounds the corner and is headed home. He comes across to score as the gap shortens to 4 now. Next, it'll be Orelvis Martinez. He's got hits in both of his at-bats so far in this one.
Martinez.
On the ground, softly towards second. Fielded cleanly. And not too shabby out of the pen. Takes just 2 pitches to get the ground. So the lineup flips over and digging in, Roman Fields. He's working on a 1 for 3 thus far. Swing and a liner, but right to the second baseman, and that's the second out. Next to stand in is number 25, singled in his last at-bat. From the stretch, here's the pitch. Hit in the air out to center field. Fields will settle under it to make the play for the first out as the runner will have to head back to first.
Wow, that was a fun one to watch. A great game for guys with the sticks, but for pitchers, not so much. A classic slugfest, and they walk away on top in the end.
15-13, the final tally in this one. The Portland Sea Dogs led this game from the 3rd inning on and never wavered. Matthew Kent gets the win in relief, his 2nd of the year. Trent Palmer was hit hard to the tune of 7 earned as he takes the loss. Ed Terrell records the save, his 6th. So that's a wrap here tonight. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, this is Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, find it. Baseball on the show, and it's coming up next.
Your New Hampshire Fisher Cast.
C.J. Van Eyck will be on the bump for Game 2 of the series. What's your take on him, Dan?
Well, Matt, you hate to go into game thinking that you're going to have to get the bullpen involved, but you may have to with this guy on the mound. He's not known for going very deep in the games. Very rarely does he go 6 innings or more, so this very well could be one of those Johnny Holstaff days.
So now here is Dave Wynn. Runners on first with 1 down. Hit out towards second. And that's through for a hit. Long throw to third. And they'll have runners at the corners following the 1-out single. Into the box, Nash Knight takes his first cuts in this one with a man at first and 2 away. Ground ball sent back up the middle. Reined in. They'll whip this one to first in time, and that ends the inning. Digging in next, number 25 comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Now a high fly ball headed for the corner in left. It has the distance, and it's a foul ball.
Ah, man, just a hair early on that one and just pulled it foul. He's going to have to find a way to refocus. Not easy to continue an AB after you just went deep foul.
What the fuck are you doing?
And he'll make it back to first as the throw won't get him.
That was actually a well-executed fastball in to in off the plate. Credit the offensive player. He smelled it. That coming turn.
So stepping in is number 7. He singled first time up.
Number 7.
Sent on the ground out to second. And there are 2 away now. So now into the box is number 25. A hit in 2 tries so far. first pitch on the way. Grounder down the line at third. Now a dive with the baseball as he makes the tag. He is out, and the inning is over. Last half of the seventh here, and next will be the switch hitting third baseman, Nash Knight.
Always a tall task trying to rally back in the late innings, but I think this game could still turn quickly. A leadoff runner on base right here could be huge to get something going.
And he'll step on first for the out. Digging in will be number 25. He's got a hit in 3 at-bats to this point. First pitch of the AB now. Set to deliver the 0-1. Got it. And the off-balance throw will be too late, so a good effort that time, but it's an infield single.
That's why you love the game of baseball right there. Super hustle by the base runner, but let's focus on the backhand play right there and the exchange to get to first.
And now here is Leonardo Jimenez. He's working on a 1-for-3 thus far. Now a swing and a ground ball. This should do it. Fielded cleanly. On to first, and that is going to conclude the festivities here tonight. 4-0 to score tonight. The Sea Dogs jumped out to an early lead in the first and never looked back. Connor Siebold gets the win on the mound, his first of the year.
They left 10 men on base.
Now into the box, number 25. He's been hitting well in the series. 4 RBIs on 5 hits. Here's a fly ball, well hit. Racing back the left fielder, but he can't get it as it's off the wall. And now he'll get into scoring position with 2 away.
When you play with fire, you have to expect to get burned once in a while. He's about as hot as you can get right now. They continue to pitch to him, and he continues to make them. Hey, nice.
Now to the plate, number 25. Runner in scoring position with 2 gone. First offering on its way. He's ready. Here's the 0-1. Looked like he tried to pull it there, but he swings right through the fastball.
What I love right there is just the freedom in that hack. He ain't trying to do anything but hit the baseball as far as he can.
The 1-2 is taken for ball 2.
Having a hard time putting this hitter away here, and when I was looking at the tape on him from his last start, this is what I saw a lot of. He's not closing the door on guys, and when that's the case, they eventually get a pitch that they can do something with.
St. John is there to put it away and finally put an end to the inning. So they nearly bat around here as 8 men come to the plate and they push across 4 runs. Now at the plate is number 25. 1 for 2 with a double on the ledger so far. First pitch on its way. Slapped hard the opposite way, and that'll get down for a base hit. So he goes after the first pitch, and it's early trouble here this half of the inning.
Hey, Dan, this guy's having a monster series on the road. Were you aware of the home-road split?
Next, here is number 25. 2 for 3 with a double on his line so far. First delivery to him. And that one swung on and missed 0-1.
After taking such an ugly swing, if I'm the batter right now, it has to be in the back of my mind that he might repeat that exact same pitch.
Fouled off. Looking to put him away. Here's the 0-2.
1 ball, 2 strikes. Come on, guy. Get your pitch up there.
Well, he kind of got caught chasing the first 2 pitches out of the strike zone. But I think he's caught onto their game a little bit right now. 2 tough pitches that he took with 2 strikes, and now the count is 2-2.
3-2 now. And the payoff pitch hit the other way out toward right field.
Fuck,
Robertson
bro.
is under
Fuck,
this one,
bro.
and that will retire the side. So 2 runs on 1 hit and the 1 hit. Stepping in once again is number 25. He's doubled and singled in 4 at-bats in this contest. Breaking ball that time that misses out of the zone. Hot shot to third. A diving try, but he can't haul it in. It's through for a base hit.
Well, the pitcher's got to respect that. Third baseman getting dirty right there, trying to save him.
Well, these guys feel pretty good about themselves.
It comes out quite favorably as well.
3 for 5. Not too shabby. Not too shabby.
He's off to a hot start in his pro career, absolutely lighting it up at the plate. I've got Sean Casey, the mayor, with me today. Case, is this an early indication that he's going to be a star?
Well, I think the biggest thing when you know, you have to be careful sometimes with prospects because you got to let them play out, right? I think you got to let them develop in the minor leagues, get some time under their belt. You have consistency because the biggest thing when you get to the big league level is that consistency day in and day out, right? So you could dominate at AA, but you know, and get caught up too quick, and then the third deck comes in the big leagues, and the 50,000 fans are there instead of 5. It's a whole nother ball game, you know. So I think the biggest thing is let guys develop, let them get the consistency, and when they get to the big leagues, now they're ready to.
Yes, consistency, blah, blah, blah. Shut the fuck up and call me up, bro. I ain't waiting down here. Stop playing with me, bro. I don't care if it's only been 3 weeks. Fuck on with you, bro. I got 36 strikeouts. 2-0 as a starting pitcher. Come on, bro. No one can trouble me. I'm the best pitcher out here. 36 strikeouts.
Time for minor league baseball here on the show as we set our sights on the AA Northeast League. Tonight, the Sea Dogs have now won 5. Number 25, a right-handed native of the Dominican Republic, will be the starter. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
Boy, this guy was unbelievably good in this last one. Struck out a ton of guys in an amazing performance, and all of his pitches were working. Let's hope he brings that A game back with him in this one.
Here comes the 0-2 pitch.
Hey, if he's going to execute that curveball, and that's the first one of the day, if he's going to execute it like that, be on the lookout for that one. That's going to be a big pitch for him today.
That misses, says the home plate umpire. 1-2. Where it misses, I'm not quite sure. Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going. Coming down in buckets, cats and dogs. Insert metaphor here, and the forecast is not showing any signs of relief.
Total agreement, Matt. In particular, that pitcher's mound. You know, one of the things you have to really be careful, not just for the position players, but that mound gets awfully slippery and awfully wet when it becomes moist like it is right now. So the umpires are going to have to really pay attention to the conditions on the field.
Comes set with the 0-1. Liner toward right center, and that finds some outfield grass. It's a base hit.
Hey, guys, he was obviously trying to bury that slider down and in. Nice execution by the batter right there, keeping his hands inside and fighting it off for a nice base hit.
Dave Wynn set the plate now as he looks at strike 1. Oh, and he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2. Oh, and he can't catch up to the fastball as he swings and misses for the second out. Got him with a good high fastball there. Danny, we see a lot of that pitch in strikeout situations these days. What makes it so effective?
I think, Matt, what makes it such a tough pitch is you're changing eye levels. That fastball up looks so enticing to hit that you see that ball as a hitter, you think you can drive it, but it's really hard to get on top of that good high hard fastball.
The next 0-2 pitch to him misses outside.
Stone cold take right there. That fastball very well could have sent him packing back to the bench.
Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. Struck him the fuck out. Not gonna lie, bro. They really can't fuck with me on this game.
Number 18, sponsor a child.
In for strike 2.
Hey, it looks like this guy's going to work in the upper part of the strike
This
zone.
episode of Baseball
Interesting to see if
brought
this
to you by
line can adjust to the way he pitches.
Athletic provides readers with the best baseball coverage and storytelling available. They employ a world-class team of writers that cover all your favorite organizations at the local level,
right there. I would not be shocked if he tries to
Strikeout. Fuck, bro.
top of this, the website and app are completely ad-free, so no more annoying pop-ups. You can use my link at theathletic.com/baseball for 50% off your yearly subscription, as well as a 30-day free trial. Once again, thank you to The Athletic for sponsoring this episode of Baseball.
No way. What did you do?
Oh, and this is swung on and missed. 4 strikeouts already, and that's out number 2. Good job of making him chase a pitch for the strikeout there.
Yeah, Matt, that's the advantage of getting ahead in the count. You can really force hitters to expand their zone and protect. And when they're in that mode, getting them to go after a pitch they can't do much with becomes a lot easier.
And he falls behind 0-2. Looking to set down the side on strikes.
You can't fuck with me, bruh. You just cannot. It's impossible. I'm the GOAT.
Without a whimper here. On now to the bottom of the second, and we are tied 0-0. Striding in is Rodrigo Vigil, as we are all set to begin the 3rd inning in this one.
Rodrigo.
Hey, shout out to SeatGeek for sponsoring this video. SeatGeek is the best place to buy tickets online. Use my promo code FOOLISH for $20 off your
I love everything this pitcher's got working right now. He's got presence. He's got great body language on the mound. He's got fastball command and a nice early curve.
Get him the fuck out of here, bruh.
Pretty good to me. After a historic rookie campaign at age 19, the Nationals outfielder is now doing what I would call a victory lap, picking up right where he left off and putting up similar numbers to show this 2018 wasn't just a weird pitching season. Do you want to know what hitters have had at least 500 plate appearances and a 400 OBP through their age 20 season? Well, since its creation in 1947, the answer is only Juan Soto. That's right. No one has come along in the last 7 decades with his combination of youth and on-base skills. The next best hitter with at least 500 plate appearances through their age 20 season has a 390 carry OBP. And I'll shake your hand through the internet if you can tell me who he is without looking it up. If we shift the parameters back to the formation of the American League in 1901, Juan Soto gains 3 peers in the form of Ted Williams, Mel Ott, and Jimmy Fox.
What?
Best hitters in history.
That's a ball.
How is it possible that an accomplishment like this is flying under the radar?
Yo, this ump is fucking retarded. Get him the fuck out of here, bro. It don't matter. It don't matter if it's ball, bad calls or nothing, bro. Still strike him out. Come on, Tanner. Come on, Tanner, buddy. What you doing, Tanner? What are you swinging at, Tanner? Catch that, cuz. Oh my god, it's too far. Come on, let me just strike you out. Oh, that should have been a strike. Alright, there, bro. Stop swinging all these fucking fouls. Let's go, get him out.
it over a much larger sample size. After 2017 ended, Soto had become a consensus top 100 prospect. Much like his ranking within his international class, he was just shy of being the real
Ball and 2 strikes now.
The fact that he had only played 83 games as a professional surely played into it. But it did set up for a legendary 2018 campaign that would turn both the minors and majors upside down. Not everyone knew if Juan Soto's prowess at the plate yet. They soon would.
All ready to go in the top of the 5th. And set to go is the second baseman, Leonardo
Juan
Jimenez.
Soto's 2018 is one of the most unlikely stories in recent baseball history. And I think what makes this story great is that it took 2 to tango.
Usually the
Soto
second
obviously
time
brought
through
his
the order,
A
you
game
start
and
seeing
his
an
double A
incorporation
game.
of some more off-speed stuff.
The Washington
This guy's
Nationals
located,
deserve a lot of
feeling
credit
really
for
good about his
recognizing the caliber of
fastball.
player they were dealing with. 99%
And
of the after Brian reestablished himself at the level of the minors. The massive band of those pretenses when it became apparent that they had an MLB-ready player right on their hands. Let's start the season back in Single A. Pretend your Nationals GM Mike Rizzo. A scout comes to your office one day and says, "Hey, I heard someone win 16 games, but I can't help but notice that Juan Soto is slugging 800 at A-ball. Is that good?" So you promote him to A+. And a few weeks later, that same scout comes by and says, "Hey, I know it's only been 15 games this time, but it's happening again. Is that good?" You meditate for a bit and ultimately decide to send him to Double A, where he'll surely land tested. The jump to Double A is considered the most difficult promotion in minors, and teams like to have players really take their time and hone their craft at that particular level. Fernando Tatis Jr. played a whopping 103 games at Double A, while Vladdy Jr. hit 400, and they still made him play 61 before his eventual promotion to Triple A. So, with all that in mind, it's trivia time. How many games did Juan Soto play at Double A?
Yeah, Matty, he's had these guys on the proverbial rocking.
We'll leave it right there as he strikes out, and that ends the inning. 5 innings have been no problem
Although I
as he's
think
got
Tim
the
Tebow would
shutout.
have been good. However, for you to rotate that infinity sign 90 degrees, you find that becomes the number 8 as if yes, Juan Soto played 8 games at Double A. At the big league level, a Howie Kendrick injury had opened up a roster spot, and the Nationals decided to give the kid a shot. Keep in mind, he only played 122 professional games, including a grand total of 8 above the lower levels. But the Nats thought they might have something here, so they fast-tracked the 19-year-old Juan Soto to the big league squad. And then the weirdest thing happened. He played really well, which isn't something you frequently see from a 19-year-old. Don't get me wrong, Ronald Acuña Jr., Carlos Correa, Giancarlo Stanton, and perhaps most notably, Mike Trout have set the league on fire as young players. They were we're talking about 19 years old. A literal teenager slashing 292, 406, 517, 22 homers against the best game baseball offense. One of the coolest facets of this campaign was his consistency. There were no real rookie ups and downs. Consistently his first month of August,
Damn, he just hit a home run on me, bro.
We know it's rare for a teenager to play the majors at all, much less play well. Soto took it to another level. In fact, I believe that he had the greatest age 19 season a kid has ever had. So let's see if I can prove it.
1 out, nobody on. And another foul ball.
Yeah, you could tell he was ready for another fastball, but the pitcher went to breaking ball, and the hitter just fouls that one off.
Make it 14 punch-outs now in the game.
But Canigliaro, as his story is a tragic one, promising career touchdown. One thing that's very convenient is that they had very similar amount of goals.
Number 30 is in now as he watches a pitch for ball 1. Ground ball right side.
Look at the great
And he'll step on the bag himself, and the inning is over.
And you can see that Soto fits it quite nicely. It shouldn't be a surprise that he leads in the base percentage. He's the only candidate. In this case, I'm not opposed to looking at traditional batting stats either. Soto finishes second in homers behind Canigliaro, and second in RBI behind Hahn. But with these players having played in radically different eras, there's a need for a stat that can adjust
No. Should have been the strikeout right there.
Back when the average slugging percentage was 6.14. Don't discount Canigliaro's difficulties as well, as his 1964 campaign came just 4 years before the famous.
Bro, what?
He played as a lefty-handed pitcher at Polo Grounds, which had a ridiculously short forward. If you want to learn more about that aberration of the baseball stadium, I'd recommend checking out my Little Leagues video. So we're going to use weighted runs per inning plus, the stat that accounts for all this running for the first time. Let's be accurate. This is probably the best chance we have at comparing straight seasons with this for years. And would you looky there, Juan Soto comes out on top. That's on Sabians. For my money, that's the the best hitting season that Mike Monroe has ever had in big leagues, and he did it right before our noses. Keep in mind, I said best hitting season. In recent years, Bryce Harper's
Beat
hitting
that
season
ass right now. What the fuck, dude?
I
I got the loss at 14 fucking strikeouts. Oh, because my team can't score? Like, dude, that shit's mad annoying, bruh. 14 strikeouts for what? For my team just to sell me, dude? Like,
it leads me to a huge point of us video. I'm so
presentation of minor league baseball. Tonight,
that shit's mad gay.
between the New Hampshire Fisher Cats and the Portland Sea Dogs. It's baseball, it's the show, and it comes your way next.
Portland Sea Dogs.
Dylan Covey is on the mound for game 2. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, Matty B, we're getting a chance to watch a guy that's been struggling a little bit lately. In his last 3 starts, he has a whip of over 1.40, so he's going to have to cut that down. Limit the amount of base runners, limit the amount of walks if he wants to have some success in this one here today.
Oh my gosh. That could have been a fucking home run. Please, please, please. No. Oh my god.
And he'll move up to third now. Runners at the corners here with one away.
Good read there at second base to know he could make it to third on the flyout. Now he's only 90 feet away with one out.
It's a big meeting, or we about to do a show, or we about to do. You know exactly what song or a couple tracks that you can put on.
Here's the first pitch.
Fuck. Dude, that's very early. What the fuck are you talking about? How the fuck is that still early?
score, and they take an early 1-0 lead.
Boy, that has to feel good as a hitter, Leroy. Get that base hit to give your team the lead. You have to feel good when you get down to first base. Yeah, it's just a nice approach. You see him turn to his boys right there and get fired up with the dugout. 100%. Not trying to do too much. Able to quiet the moment down, center himself, and come through in a big spot.
And that'll bring up Franchi Cordero, and he's looking to turn things around. Ice cold at the plate in recent action. Working for the punch out and the offering. Swing and a miss, strike three. The throw. And he skips in as he steals the bag easily. So he can't make contact there on strike three. But meanwhile, the runner on first takes second here with 2 men away. So we'll be the station.
And I literally lost myself in the moment. I lost myself. And I got all the way to the championship.
Next to dig in, number 25. Collected a base hit his first time up.
Yeah, guys, he's been solid. Dan, you can certainly attest to this. Only amassing a solid 1 hit in your entire career. The pressure's off now. Maybe he gets hot.
The 0-1 pitch. Another one fouled off, and he's quickly behind 0-2. Nothing in 2 count, and the pitch. Ball and 2 strikes, here it is. Fastball up around the shoulders, but it's strike 3 called, and a questionable first out.
I swear, if I had thrown that shit, they would have called that a ball, bruh. God's plan. Let's fucking go. That's a triple. That's a fucking triple. Let's go. Home run. Get that shit the fuck out the park. Oh my god, damn, that shit went far. 462 feet. I'm too tough.
On March 20th, 2005, LeBron James's 56 points in Toronto made him the youngest player ever to score 50. And nearly 17 years later today, he matched that feat with 56 against the Warriors. Somehow, at the age of 37, LeBron now leads the league in scoring, averaging just under 30 points per game, which would be his highest scoring output in 13 years. So how in the world has James been able to stave off Father Time and excel as the league has changed around him? Since Christmas, LeBron has averaged 32 points.
Player can develop is plate discipline and the ability to work good counts to your advantage. A good at bat can go a long way. Mike Lowell, you know a little something about that. How do you build a good at bat as a hitter?
Well, I think preparation is the first key. Understanding what type of stuff you are going to see that
per game on an impressive 62% true shooting. This has coincided with Anthony Davis missing a ton of time with injury and LeBron sliding all the way up to center in extended stretches for the first time in his career. And playing center is a key part of his recent explosion because his gray-bearded skills are amplified as the lone big man in a lineup. I've talked about his improved passing over the years, mastering pick-and-roll reads while adding sage tricks. He slows down just a little off the screen to cut off his defender, but he's also waiting for the big man to pick his poison, and when he commits to LeBron, it's a lob to the open roller. Now imagine the 5-man running pick-and-roll like this. Memphis' center goes to switch, but he's not used to such passing wizardry from big men, since there's really only one center in the world right now who slices teams apart in pick and roll like this. Playing with 4 smaller players gives LeBron 4 moving targets, and he can dime up cutters from the top, and he can hit them old school style with his back to the basket in the post. Playing center also means he has more shooting around him, at least in theory, and he's been doing this long enough to read double teams in his pass, but LeBron finds an even better shooter. James has been passes since the dark ages, back when shooters used to spot up in. After nearly 2 decades of playmaking, he's added a few tricks to him with a second one doubling, and again, this is LA's center, decelerating to move this defender by looking at the top, then snapping it to the corner for a much better option. Here he's backing down a mismatch, so the Grizzlies load up to him, and then he shoehorns some sorcery around defenders. Even Luke Skywalker would be impressed with hitting a target that small. Another element LeBron improved over the years is his outside shooting. He's slowly transformed from a subpar shooter to one who's at least slightly above average. He takes a ton of threes at this point, which makes him more valuable from the outside, and helps him stretch the floor as a big man. The Kings switch the smaller Buddy Hield onto LeBron here, and Hield isn't comfortable leaving him. The big is switched onto a shooting wing, so he can't help, and that leaves small bodies in the paint for easy finishing. Here's a less extreme example where the Spurs small ball center switches onto LeBron, and because he's a viable shooter, he can't help into the paint, and Carmelo Anthony can attack very small bodies. Teams will sometimes downsize in response to LeBron at 5 because he can be too quick for traditional big men who have to give him a little extra space. And if you don't put a big body on him, he's just too big for most of the league. Remember, LeBron is huge, somehow listed at 6'9" barefoot, and who knows how much he weighs these days. But it's enough to throw some weight around and do a Karl Malone impression out there, muscling weaker players like a tank. He knows how to use his strength against bigger opponents too, sealing off the 6'11" Damian Jones here until he's forced to foul. With a little bit of momentum behind him, James is strong enough to just truck a more traditional big, and that little shoulder lean that launches Isaiah Hartenstein would probably be an offensive foul in the past, but a lot has changed in 17 years. Back in that first 50-point game, a svelter LeBron had to navigate more perimeter contact from defenders, and then a wall of big men in a packed paint. Even in his first MVP season 13 years ago, defenders could ride offensive players a bit with their forearm, and then there were pretty much always 7-footers in the paint. James's dynamic athleticism made him one of history's greatest rim finishers, despite driving into more traffic back then. He had explosive acceleration on his penetration, and the vertical gifts to finish into 7-footers. And by the end of his first Cleveland stint, he was strong enough to drive right through bigger defenders of that era. Even in the Cavs championship season in 2016, some teams were still trotting out 2 traditional 7-footers, making it hard for LeBron to drive all the way to the cup. As three-point shooting boomed in the last few seasons, defenders were pulled out of the paint, giving LeBron space to attack and bully the smaller players on the court. One subtle effect of all that space is that penetrators have more vertical options as they approach a shot blocker. LeBron can go to either side of this defender and slides left into open air. Compare that to 2010 with an extra big man sitting on the block, and LeBron sort of prematurely takes off trying to wedge into a gap without crashing into anything. Fast forward to today, and an even slower, older LeBron can attack empty space and finish over smaller defenders with ease. Whereas back in 2008, he needed those rocket boosters and hang time to manufacture shots. If we look at rim finishing since 2001 across the league, LeBron has put up incredible numbers in nearly every season of his career. adding more volume to his efficiency during his MVP years. And then in 2016, in his 13th season, his volume of rim attempts spikes while only losing a little efficiency. His numbers look incredibly similar for the next few years at an age when most players decline. And now in 2022, he looks like a comparable or even better finisher than he was back in 2009. I've discussed improvement for adaptive finishing before, but so much of this is the structural changes in the league, creating an easier environment for big, strong, smart athletes like LeBron, which explains how an older, less explosive version can statistically keep pace with his younger self, who looked like he was engineered in a marble studio. And we can actually see this in 2022 when we dig deep. Despite LeBron's incredible longevity, there are clear signs of physical decline. His stationary, quick gather jump isn't nearly as explosive as it was in his mid-20s. A decade ago, his two-footed leaping had way more burst, whereas today gravity pulls him back to the floor a bit too suddenly sometimes. In his 20s, he could power through contact and still explode upwards to the hoop, but now lowering that shoulder and leaping doesn't provide nearly the same vertical lift. And while there was a time when he could turn the corner and accelerate like a blur, those days are bigger and stronger than most of the league. As a center, he can use his mind and quickness here, punishing DeAndre Ayton's health by cutting at the exact moment he's recovering on the perimeter, and most centers just can't do that. But when LeBron is a wing, he loses that quickness edge, settling for a long three here instead of attacking. And look at the paint. There's a traditional big standing in his way to deter any drop. All that space LA creates with four smalls goes away with old school lineups. The Clippers have three defenders in the paint when he turns the corner, including a 7-footer waiting under the rim, and LeBron resorts to jumping into a defender to manufacture.
No.
Even on the post ups, it's harder to back that.
Él sí está por ahí cerrando, tiene que estar, yo no sé. Ay, no. Pero él me dijo que él venía para acá. ¿Y qué es lo que está? Que él viene para acá.
Pero él a mí no me ha tirado. Yo no sé de tu país esta mañana. ¿A qué hora te lo digo?
Oh, ahorita, mamá, porque él quiere poner la tarjeta.
Sample he's played with two big men. LeBron is no longer an elite rim finisher.
Oh, suck a dick.
He still looks like a different finisher with two
This fucking bitch ass pitcher, bro.
And that's a huge reason why his scoring numbers have looked so different since moving to center without Anthony Davis. With LeBron at the 5, he's putting up the best scoring numbers in the league.
Oh, way.
He looks more like a top 15 scorer instead. He's also 6 points better per 100 with James at center. But the Lakers are still being outscored in those minutes because the defense is bleeding value with LeBron as the lone big man. This is a classic defensive trade-off where downsizing can leave you vulnerable to mismatches inside. LeBron isn't even on the Clippers center here, and when he does get switched on to him, he's not big enough to shore up the Lakers' disadvantage on the defensive glass, leading to second chance points. He's never had the quickest feet on the perimeter, but he's lost some agility on the outside, which opens him up to more blow-bys like this, and it makes changing directions and recovering harder. He has no chance to help in the paint after stumbling toward the perimeter on this transition play. He is still smart enough on that back line that I think it would look better.
Dude, like, that doesn't make sense.
Around him. He's on the corner man here, but reads that it's Spain's pick and roll, and his reaction is just enough to throw off.
You're having the greatest time in all time, bro. Like, stop playing with me.
He's still big enough to target shots low like this and provide
All these shitty ass pop-ups, dude.
When he builds up speed and can jump off one leg,
Please, dude. Like, how is that not going deep, bro?
$1 million a year he reportedly spends maintaining his body, which preserves some of his straight
What the fuck am I 96 overall for, bro? Don't understand.
specifically when he has the time to transfer all that horizontal force into vertical leaping. The first time I saw LeBron in
A fucking 96 overall that can't get a fucking hit.
speed, and even an older cheetah is still really fast.
Finally, damn, bro. These kids suck. Give me that RBI.
Career. And he still has time to handle a break, building up speed with that giant frame and overwhelming backpedaling defenders. Even at high speeds, he still has some change of direction and great feel for little moves like this, hopping back to the left and staying under control to finish around Klay Thompson. LeBron's subtle tricks and veteran guile help him offset athletic decline.
Let's fucking go. That's a double right there.
Only to fake his jump against the help, then clearing space to score comfortably. He's big enough to still be a pretty dangerous rollman, cleaning up misses like this, or using that fluid
Bro thought he had a catch. Like, no. That's a perfect hit.
Heck, LeBron is probably more versatile today on
We're about to lose this game, man.
years ago, and his improved shooting lets him pop out for three as well. This means he can be the ball handler or a dynamic screener in a two-man game because of all the work he's added to his shot. And this allows him to pull off the league's best Nikola Jokic impression, flowing into handoffs and finishing as a roll man, or keeping it on handoff action and immediately backing down smaller players for some bully ball at the basket. Of course, when he
You're a
starts
shitty ass pitcher, bro. Come on, bro.
that S-class passing makes it hard to double him safely. So, well, changes in the game today have slowed down.
Of course. Good swing timing. Guess what? It's a fucking pop-up, bro. Suck my dick. Just lost this game, bro.
Is made possible by that improved shooting, passing, his preternatural
Oh, they're not good, bro.
head that he's developed over decades. And that's why, at the age of 37, in his 19th
MLB The Show in this presentation of minor league baseball. Tonight, the rubber match of this three-game series between the Hartford Yard Goats and the Portland Sea Dogs. It's baseball on the show, and it's coming up next. Number 25 will do the pitching in Game 3 of the series. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, you want to know if this guy's one of the better pitchers in the league? Well, how about this? Batters are hitting under 200 against this guy for the year, so he's done a good job against both righties and lefties. And I'm looking for him.
That is not a ball, bro.
Fellas, you take a look at our homestanding ball club as they come into this one tonight. Despite the loss last time out, they enter this one in good shape. Winners in 7 of their last 10.
Yeah, Matty, hey, D-Roll, this has not been the kind of homestand that they
Yo, bro, what the fuck?
The first 5 games, they're 2-3. D-Roll getting to 500 on this homestand is certainly one thing they'd like to do here today.
Yeah, they can salvage a little bit right now. They can walk out of here today with a smile on their face if they can get this back to 500 in these first 6 games.
Good swing just a little early, and he'll see another payoff pitch. Another full count pitch home. Pulled toward right center field. Tracy has the best view of this one, so he'll take it for the first out. Up next, Jack Blomgren. First pitch on its way.
The shortstop, Jack Blomgren.
Ball 1, no strike.
Now the 1-0 is looked at for the first strike.
Hey, I still believe in my heart the best pitch is a well-executed fastball down and away, and that's exactly what that is. He swings at that. That's off the end of the bat. That's not hard contact at all, and that's an easy out for the defense.
Slow roller out to short. He's got it. Throw gets it.
Ooh. Okay. Quad.
First chance for him here in the top of the first with nobody on. Fouled off.
Hey, when you're featuring a mid-90s fastball like this pitcher, attack with that pitch. Get ahead. Get the offense on their toes. That opens up the off-speed pitches later in the game.
Behind 0-2 now. Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Here's another 0-2. Still no balls and 2 strikes. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. Again, another foul ball. The 0-2 once more. Is swung on and missed, strike 3.
Uh-oh.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Miles Jones. He'll start things out here in a tie ball game. Fouled away.
How you, like, damn, I need my velocity up.
The windup and the 0-1. Gets the fastball
There we
by
go.
here, and he's in control 0-2.
And as a pitcher, you have to love pitching 0-2. Multiple ways, up, down, in and out, throw the breaking ball. A lot of different ways to get guys out.
Breaking ball swung on in the dirt. Up with it, Baldwin. And the throw is there to record the first out. So next to hit is Jamison Hanna. 2 hits and 8 tries for the series. And he'll power in a fastball that time at 94 for strike 1.
Yeah, I get it. They want to run this guy's pitch count up, but that was a pretty good pitch to hit. He might be kicking himself that he didn't swing it that way.
Big swing and miss at the fastball, and he's behind in the count 0-2.
Every time you go out there to start a game on the mound, you hope to settle in quickly and get into a groove, and he's definitely done that so far in the early going. Looks like he could go pretty deep into this one.
Swing and a miss at the curveball, and there's your second out of the inning.
Every pitcher looks to get off to a good start, and I'd say he's off to a good start. How about the first 5 batters he's faced? 3 of them he's sent down via the strikeout.
Jose Gomez is in with 2 away now as he looks at a called strike 1. Outside for a ball, 1-1. Pitch on the way. A ball and 2 strikes. No score here as we play inning number 2. And he struck him out. So a fine inning here as he strikes out the side in order. So now here is Elvis Quintana. Ready to deal. Here comes the first pitch.
I love everything this pitcher's got working right now. He's got presence. He's got great body language on the mound. He's got fastball command and a nice early feel for his off-speed stuff.
The windup and the 0-2 pitch. And this is swung on and missed. 5 quick strikeouts now, and that's your first out of the inning. Next to hit, Alan Trejo. First pitch on its way. Swing and a miss on the slider, 0-1.
Hey, that was a nasty pitch right there. Ton of rotation on that ball. You could almost see the red dot from up here. Nasty depth.
1-1 to count. One and two now as that one's fouled off. And he struck him out as well. So the bottom of the order providing little resistance here, and there are 2 away. So next to bat will be Brian Servant. 2 outs already on the K this inning, so he'll be looking to do better. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1. 1-1. Looked like the fastball got away from him there. It's ball 2. Third inning, no score to this point. And it's 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
This pitcher's bringing it with some high velo. You better get that front foot down early.
But we'll have to press pause as that strike 3 to swing. Still all zeros in the run column here in the fourth inning. Dan, does this continue, or does somebody score here?
Oh, you have to love. You know, Matt, we have so many of these games that are 12-10 and 9-8. It's nice to see a low-scoring pitcher's duel for once.
Throw to first in time. One gone here in the fourth. Stepping in next, Jack Blumgren. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. There's a strike at the knees, 0-1. And here's a curveball in the dirt that time for a ball, 1-1. Here's the pitch. Lifted down the line in left. Long run for the left fielder, and they can't run it down. And he struck him out. Good pitch there as he registers his 8th punch out of the ball game. Halfway to 100 pitches, here it is. Nick Longy is in for the second time here as he looks at one outside. It's 1-0.
I'd be real surprised if he goes back out away there on the mound. This is a count for a fastball challenge, and we'll see if he's ready for it in the box.
2 balls and a strike.
That is a pro pitch right there. 2-0 curveball for a strike. Make those kind of pitches, you'll be around for a long time.
Tough curveball that time, but he's able to make a little contact to keep this at-bat going. Another 2-2 offering. And he's got himself another one as he picks up strikeout number 9 here, and the side is retired. All set for the start of the inning. And digging in is the outfielder, Miles Jones. And he'll start the inning with a pitch that misses off the plate. It's ball 1.
This guy's been really on point so far, but it's not getting any easier. He has to get through 4, 5, and 6 right here.
2-0 now. In there, 2-1.
You get yourself into count leverage 2-0 right there. You're looking to come unglued on something and be very aggressive. That ball had to nip the corner for him not to pull the trigger on it.
And he struck him out.
Fucking go, bro.
Set down on strikes thus far. Next, it'll be Jamison Hanna, struck out in his first at-bat. In there at the knees, strike 1. Bases are empty, 1 man out. And he takes a cold strike up and out over the plate, 0-2.
His command has been outstanding so far, hitting nearly all of his spots, and that's been a big factor why he's been so successful up to this point.
The 1-2. Late on that one as it's fouled off to the left side.
Hey, that's just a great mix of pitches right there, and that's what this guy's going to do if he's going to keep this team off balance.
Here's a fly ball, well hit. Right fielder looking up, still going.
No way, bro. He really just hit a home run. That's the most bullshit home run I've seen in my whole entire life, bro. Like, what?
It's 1-0. At the plate, Jose Gomez. As he'll take a look.
I have 10 fucking strikeouts. How the fuck did he hit a home run off of me?
On strikes in his first at-bat. Sneaks a fastball by him at the letters. It's 1-1. Now the pitch. 2 balls and a strike. 1 out, nobody on. Now a fastball gets the upper part of the zone for strike 2. A shot down the first baseline. But this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2. And another foul ball. Here now the 2-2. And it's fouled away. 8th pitch of the at-bat coming up. in the dirt. Makes the throw to first. 2 down. Next to stand in is Elvis Quintana. He went down on strikes in his last at-bat.
Yeah, and he didn't put up much of a fight either, Matty. Got to find a way. Can't go down 3 pitches. I don't care if you're staring at him or swinging at him. You have to find a way to make this pitcher work a little bit harder.
Fly ball out to straightaway right. Tracy is camped under this one. And he will make the catch, so that'll do it. So just the 1 hit in the inning, but it's a home run that pushes him out in front. Last half of the 5th coming up. The Yard Goats are out on top, 1-0. Into the box, Alan Trejo comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. Now the first pitch. Into the windup, here comes the 0-1.
I got to count 1 and 2.
He's just rolling right now, and even dozen strikeouts for him in the ballgame. Digging in next, Brian Servant struck out in his last trip to the plate. Here's a curveball that runs outside. It's ball 1. Lifted into the air to shallow center. And he will make the play out there, and there are 2 away now. So the lineup flips over, and digging in, Grant Levine. He grounded out last time up. 0-1 the count. 2 out, nobody on. Swinging a looper to left. Downs ranging into the outfield. He tracks it down, and that will end the inning. So stepping in is Jack Blomgren. And guys, 7th inning already. Hey, I'm not complaining, but this one's been flying by.
Yeah, I'll agree with that, Matt. That's what you get when both starting pitchers have it working. Neither of them have been nibbling around the strike zone at all, and they've trusted their defense to make the plays, and they've done just that.
Yeah, and it's resulted in a game that could really go either way in these late innings. Now the 2-0 home. It's laid off, but in there for strike 1. As he just continues to mow down these hitters. 13 strikeouts now. So now into the box is Nick Wongi. He comes in 0 for 2 thus far. Fastball taken, but that gets the zone for a strike. That's in there, and he's deep in the hole now, 0-2.
Not much you're going to do with that pitch right there. You have to catch it out front before it even breaks, and even if you do that, it's a tough pitch to keep fair.
So he racks up the swinging strikeout on the breaking ball. Nick Wongi is retired on strikes for the 3rd time tonight. Miles Jones is in for the 3rd time as he looks at a ball high. It's 1-0.
Mhm.
Now that's popped up. Tobias is room in
Yo creo que él está buscando parqueo por allá.
and the inning is over. Caleb Simpson has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
Number 68, Caleb Simpson.
Close one tonight, 2-1 the final score. The Sea Dogs came through when it mattered in the 9th on the way to the win. Jay Groom claims the win out of the pen, his first. So that'll just about do it. For Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, and our entire crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. This has been a presentation of MLB The Show. show. For more, don't forget to check out theshow.com.
One error, they left 4 men on base. Time of the ball game, 2 hours and 44 minutes.
Let me get this straight. We drafted the kid, which we shouldn't have done, too early. Now, we drafted him because we thought we were drafting this great two-way player? Really? That's what we were thinking about doing? Come on, please. You know how hard this is to be a major league player, even one aspect of it? And now we drafted a kid who's a young kid. We drafted him way too soon, and now we think that we have found the next Ohtani. Really? Really? There's a reason why these guys only come up across once every 100 years. This is stupid. This is silly. Let's forget the experiment.